this commenter says, to be honest, I have a problem with the backwardsness of certain sentences, and even if I get it, would repetition make me better? Yes. I know what he's saying. So just like what we just went through right now, like what we just went through, it's doing itself to me, and the person that receives that is the person that does the verb. It's kind of backwards. It feels backwards because we're so used to logic A, and Spanish operates on logic B, and so it feels so backwards to switch that logic, right? But the answer to the question is yes. If you do get the logic, repetition is not like the number one thing you need to do. It's just like if you watch my videos, it's like the learn Sir ladders. Once you speak it or you listen to it, the UR stays the same. It's understand and then repeat it. You need to repeat examples of logic being used to understand it, right? If you were trying to teach a toddler addition, you wouldn't just give the example of 1 + 1, would you? You would say, you'd use 1 + 1 to explain the concept of what the plus symbol means and the equals sign means. And then you would give him other examples so that could apply the logic of the plus symbol and the equals symbol or sign, so that it could recognize that pattern across several examples. And so once the toddler understands, okay, 1 + 1 is 2, I wonder what 3 + 3 would be. I wonder what n would be. And then once they the reason why it works so well is because once they learn that, once they realize, oh, it is exactly what I would expect it to be. 3 + 3 is 6, right? Or 10 + 10 is 20. That realization is what is like the downloading of the logic. It is when they like the what's that called? The light bulb is like turned on, or whatever the quote is, or like the expression is. So it's like that moment where you realize like, oh, that's how it works. And so just like how we had this example of I dropped it, or I forgot it, or I'm good at it, right? I try to give many examples of that to show that that same pattern applies to other examples. And so the logic applies. And so there are very, very few in language where a certain logic doesn't apply to other examples. And that's especially true the more like general you get, right? Like it's, for example, the rule for conjugating conjugating the present tense for outer verbs, right? Very like it's very applicable to many different verbs. Or for example, like whatever, I don't know it too much anymore. So yeah,